In your hypothetical system, who's the king? How do we
Who's
know
the king?
that God ordained the king?
How would God ordain the king? It would probably be via a hereditary system.
That okay, so how did God ordain the king before him? Hereditary doesn't answer that question. You can say, "Oh, Christians are both slavery," but right, like liberals built the modern society, right? This country would not be here without liberalism, without pluralism, right? So you're coming here and trying to use freedom of speech to destroy my system like a disgusting scum fuck.
Quite frankly, you need to subscribe to Ringold.
How's it going, king of all black people?
Yeah, well, first off, I hate democracy in the first place.
We figure, yeah. Why?
Early.
Because democracy is a shitty system. I mean, politicians are only loyal to their bottom line, which is corporations.
Yeah, don't you think that in order for a politician to get reelected, they have to serve the people?
They don't serve the people.
They do.
What politician actually serves the people in a meaningful way?
True.
Literally all of them. That's what they're there for.
So you're a suck up.
Well, no, I'm just not an idiot like you are.
No, you actually think the politicians? You think they're loyal to you or corporations?
If they weren't loyal to me, you just vote them out.
No one votes them out, though.
Yeah, that sounds like a voter problem, not a politician problem.
No, the system is fundamentally flawed because who are the companies that are supporting these candidates or putting out these candidates for election?
Yeah, you're already supposing that the corporations have more of a say than the people. I'm rejecting that.
They do.
I'm rejecting that.
On what grounds?
On the grounds that if the people didn't like it, they could vote them out.
Yeah, but they don't vote them out.
Yeah, because they like it.
Yeah, but they like it because that's a problem.
They like it. Why? Because of the corporate mind control.
Democracy is mob rule.
What's your better system, buddy?
Monarchy.
Okay, why is monarchy better?
Because monarchy specifically is better because it would be under a system of like a Christian monarchy where the king has a metaphysical and also a social
that define metaphysical? Hello?
Yeah, metaphysical. Like he has a metaphysical framework.
Yeah, that didn't answer the question. Define metaphysical?
What do you mean define metaphysical?
I mean define metaphysical.
You asked me to define things. Are you confused yourself? Do you need help? Like, I don't need to hold your hand.
I think you need help, all right? Can you I'm pretty sure you used that word wrong. Can you define it?
No, metaphysical as in like a system where he is appointed as a king because of divine right.
He doesn't understand what metaphysical means.
Okay, which divine right? Who like what
by God is? He has divine right by God.
How do we know that God appointed the right king?
We know that because what do you mean? Because he's a king.
Like which king? Who's the king of America?
I'm saying a hypothetical system. You're asking a hypothetical system.
Well, no. Let's say that like we're going with your monarchy.
I think you're confused here.
Like, I think you're confused. I think you're just living
who's king America? Then you're asking a hypothetical system. So I think you're just fucking retarded.
Yeah, I'm saying in your hypothetical system, who's the king? How do we know that God ordained the king?
How would God ordain the king? It would probably be via a hereditary system.
Okay, so how did God ordain the king before him? Hereditary doesn't answer that question.
Hereditary doesn't answer the question.
No, how does he delineate? How does he delineate which bloodline is royal?
Here's the thing.
How does he delineate? No. Don't say here's the thing. How does he delineate which bloodline is royal?
How does he delineate which bloodline is royal? Yeah. See, the problem is that the U.S. is so far gone that the U.S. just needs to be fundamentally reworked.
Okay, so the U.S. is so far gone. Step 2, step 3. How does God determine which bloodline is royal?
No, you're jumping the gun here.
No, you're not answering the question. How does God determine which bloodline is royal?
That's not the point. That's not the point you're asking. You're asking. I'm telling you why.
The point is that my system works and your system is made up. All right, your system is based on nothing, and you don't even know how the fundamental problem of being appointing your monarch would work.
The presupposition that people can decide better what's for themselves.
Yeah, and your system is based off the idea that God is going to ordain a royal bloodline, but you don't even know how that would work or how we
you don't know. Here's the thing: the U.S. is already oligarchy. It already kind of functions as a kind of a monarchy, where it's an oligarchy of people.
Yeah, an oligarchy and a monarchy and a democracy are not the same thing, big guy.
No. Because the funny thing is, wait, big guy, you're the one who I can hear your 3 chins reverberating. I don't know why you're fucking.
All right, if you want to go to my profile and look at what I look like. All right.
Okay. Here's the thing.
I weigh less than you
You're
do,
suck
buddy.
up. keep sucking the politicians' dicks. You're gonna be doing that your whole life.
Wait, so how's your monarch gonna be appointed?
Hold on. He said keep sucking the politicians' dick. You want a king? The biggest cock I've ever seen in my life.
Because the king has a social framework that he has to follow.
Okay,
By who? Wait, who? Wait,
by the church.
But okay, so how does the church? How does the church play into your system?
Because it gives him a metaphysical and a social framework to follow. Go to his profile. It looks chaos.
What if he doesn't? Wait, what if he doesn't? What if he doesn't?
Oh, let's look at this. Wait, let me look at his profile.
What if the king doesn't follow the church? What happens?
He's not gonna answer. He's a fucking coward.
I know.
It's a Reddit mod.
I don't think you know.
Wait, you look like a Discord mod. Wait,
cam up, buddy.
What?
Cam up.
Yeah,
cam up, buddy.
For yourself.
Wait, no.
No, not me, no.
Wait, I'm not your fucking jester. I'm not your jester.
Yeah, okay, buddy.
I understand I'm fat and stupid, but I don't want to show off that I'm fat and stupid.
Well, why is it you can't be 25 till you can?
Can you answer the question?
You can't run for Congress till 25.
Are you talking to me?
Yeah, where are you getting this idea from?
What idea?
That women voting would make society, that women not voting would make society better.
Well, women voting now,
that's
they always vote in leftist and Democrats. I mean,
that's not even true.
Yeah, they vote for one single issue.
They do.
Most women. The majority
of
them not true at all. Okay, so
yes, it is.
It is the case that women vote for the. It is the case that women vote for the left more than they vote for the right.
Yeah, for one.
But that doesn't mean that they don't vote for the right, right? We had, in fact, this year or this election, we saw an increase in women.
Are they in the selective service?
We saw an increase in women voting for the right. Can you shut your bitch ass up, dude?
Are women?
This election, we saw an increase in women voting for the right.
Well, yeah, but they should.
Women are in the selective service. They shouldn't be able to vote.
Brandon, unmute Brandon. No, come on.
They show that map where if women didn't vote, then the whole country would be red.
Yeah, that's an argument for the 19th Amendment, buddy.
Yeah, but that's the running meme, right? Like that if women didn't vote, then the country would be red.
So only women should vote, correct?
Well, no, I mean that's the issue, right? Like that's the issue we're dealing with now.
Women vote better than men.
They're too socialist. They're too emotional.
Great.
Women are quote unquote. Why are you generalizing women in this way, right?
It's true. I mean, it's true.
Are. It's just.
They're meant to be social creatures. Yeah, I mean that's just true to their nature.
This is actually
a good thing. Aren't humans inherently social creatures?
Men not as much. Women have to be social creatures.
Well, so do we, right?
Not necessarily. Men can survive by themselves, right? Women.
That's not true.
Well,
how would we reproduce?
We're stripping it all the way back down to.
How would we reproduce?
Well, no. I'm talking just on an individual scale. If we went all the way back to tribal society.
So first of all, so first you say that it's in women's nature to be more social.
It is.
But now it's not in women's nature to be more social.
Wait, no, it is. I'm saying if we go all the way
okay, but
back
it's also
to
in men's nature to be more social.
Sure,
that's
but
just part of being a human.
Men can exist by themselves a lot better than women can. I mean, that's
not true.
Neither of them can exist by themselves by necessity. Neither of them can exist by themselves.
This is what I'm saying, right? So if we strip it all the way back to tribal society, if a woman was by herself, she would die. If a man was by himself,
that's not true.
Why does that? Wait,
he could survive.
Who cares? Who cares? Why does that matter? We're not in a tribal society.
Because the biology necessarily dictates the behavior and the organism essentially.
Okay, link that back to anything. Why does that matter?
That's what I'm saying. Women are more social creatures because naturally back then.
Okay, so if they're more social in a democracy, they should have more voting power then.
True.
The issue is that they're social to a fault. They're too emotional.
Yeah, but it sounds like you're just trying to. It sounds like you're just trying to rob them of their vote because you don't like the way that they vote, right? That sounds pretty emotional to me too.
Well, yeah, that's why I'm kind of feminist in that we should allow some women to vote, but they have to earn it.
Okay, why do we even believe in a democracy at this point? Just say you want a dictatorship with your beliefs.
Well, no, democracy is flawed, and you know that.
Okay, so
why would it make it? Wait, why would restricting voting access make democracy better? What's the argument for that?
Restricting it and only giving it to people that earn it, I think that would be a lot better.
Earn it by what metric? How would you earn the right to vote?
There's a different, couple ways you could do this. First, you could probably have some stake in the game. So if you have a certain amount of tax money,
you already have stake in the game. That's already satisfied.
Who, me?
Everybody who's an American has stake in America running efficiently.
Well, yeah, but a 16-year-old, I guess, also pays taxes, right? So that's where I move on to
No, I thought,
test or things like
so
that.
So the first condition is already satisfied, right? What's the second condition?
Education. I think you should be educated.
Okay, so you shouldn't be able to vote, right?
Well, no, I think you should be given a certain education for understanding.
I mean, every person goes to public school.
Hold on. If you only, let's say we only let people who have graduated college vote, right? Then America is run by Democrats, right?
Well, no, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that you should be educated. There should be a specific program to educate you to vote.
What program? What would that program look like?
I don't know. I mean, that's up to a whole host of people. But I think that
how do you gauge somebody's intelligence?
How do you gauge someone's intelligence? I mean, if I was being totally honest,
question I've ever heard.
If you want me to be so radical, I would say only Christians can vote. But
why?
If I want to welcome,
I want you to say what you believe instead of LARPing around things that you don't.
No.
Just say what you believe.
Sure, yeah. I believe that only Christians should vote, but also I think that you ought to have,
Why?
Because Christians are more moral than atheists are.
What about?
It's not. But it's not just the atheists. The atheist isn't the only contrast to Christians. There's
do you think a Jew should be
able
able
to
to vote?
A whole slew of religions in America.
A Jew? I don't think Jews or Muslims. No, I don't think they should be able to vote.
Why?
Because they're not Christian.
Yeah, your religion is like a cucked version of Judaism, right?
You guys believe in the same doctrine, basically.
So my question
is,
why shouldn't Jews be able to vote?
Because I think their morality is not as well or good as Christian morality.
What about it?
Well, Jews never abolished slavery, for example. Christians did.
Okay, but Christians also justified slavery, so...
Sure, but Christians were the ones that abolished it. They're the only people that abolished it.
They were also the ones that justified it, right? You could also probably...
They were also the only people justifying it.
No, that's not. No, you know that's
not
wrong.
the only people, but they justified it, right? So Christians don't get the W for justifying slavery for thousands of years and then abolishing it, right?
You guys don't understand
came around, right?
You live in a moral society.
Christians didn't own slaves for thousands of years. What are you talking about, dude?
Wait, no, you
so
guys
the
live
problem
in a moral
is
society
you guys just have fundamentally incoherent visions. You want to radically change our system, but you haven't thought through it at all because you don't realize that our system is actually pretty solid, right? So like your greater Christian, morality shouldn't be like stopping Jews from voting, right? Like that's a pretty shitty morality, right? If you were to ask anybody, hey, do you think this is a more moral thing? Huh?
No, we want a moral society, so we can't let Jews or Muslims vote because they're not moral people.
Do you think you should prevent like any sect of Christian from voting?
No, actually, I would probably let every Christian, Orthodox or the Orthobros or the Catholics or the Protestants.
So why are you drawing a line? Why are you drawing a line just to Christianity? What's the difference?
Because I think Christ is the most central, important figure, and Jews reject that and don't understand him.
Yeah, Jesus was a Jew.
You wouldn't let Christ vote in your system, by the way.
Yeah, but Christ had a new morality.
You would not let Christ vote in your system. He was a Jew.
He was a Jew by ethnicity, sure, but he had a new morality. Yeah.
No, he was also Jewish, like religiously.
Yeah, but he had a new morality, a new covenant, right?
He literally says in Matthew 5 that these laws are gonna Matthew 5:17 that these laws are gonna stay. We can look at the verse. He said that everyone should follow them.
Fulfill the law.
Yeah, and the very next verse he says anyone who doesn't follow the laws is gonna go to hell.
His laws, right?
All of the laws.
So even the ones where you have to fucking have the polyester mixed with like that,
yeah.
The fabric laws. Yeah, Christians don't believe that. They don't follow those type of
laws.
Then
you don't believe in Jesus.
Not a real Christian. No,
you're just not a real Christian.
This is absurd, man.
By the way,
I agree. Christianity is absurd.
I think it's kind of disgusting that you want to use like the actual because like you can say, oh, Christians are about slavery, but right, like liberals built the modern society, right? This country would not be here without liberalism, without pluralism, right? So you're coming here and trying to use freedom of speech to destroy my system like a disgusting scum fuck. I genuinely hate people like you.
Where do you think all this morality comes from? It's from Christians. You live in a Christian society.
Dude, liberalism only exists because we decided to branch off from Christianity.
If liberalism and pluralism came from Christianity, are you a liberal and a pluralist?
No, I'm saying that the basis for all of this.
So shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. I don't give a fuck, right? I'm talking about liberalism.
Political freedom that you enjoy.
Let's stop pretending. Let's stop larping around your real ideas, right? Liberalism built modern society. You hate liberalism. So I think only liberals should be able to vote. I think people who have a disdain for liberalism should shut the fuck up and leave the country. That's what I think.
Look, you're spurging, bro. Like, that's the word that we use now.
Yeah, because you're disgusting, because you're evil. Right, yeah, when you say evil things, I'm going to react to you like you're evil.
Dean, let me talk, right? Let me talk, buddy.
No. Freedom of speech is a liberal institution. I'm not going to fucking let a fascist talk. You don't believe in freedom of speech.
No, I want you... Hold on, no. Let me talk, right? I want you to...
I had to take matters into my own hands. I'm sorry.
Thank you,
Ringo. Just kick him.
Because he hates our country. He hates our values.
Yeah, if you don't believe in liberalism and freedom of speech, then why the fuck do you get to come up here and use the freedoms that we gave you to try and get rid of freedoms for other people?
First of all, you didn't give anybody anything.
So. Liberals did.
What do you mean?
Did. You guys don't believe in liberalism.
What did the liberals do?
They founded America.
Yeah, established the Constitution.
Where's your proof for that?
That we're a liberal government? That they founded a liberal government?
Who did?
The founders?
And what's their name?
Do you not know the founding fathers?
There's a bunch of them.
You're the one making the claim that liberals...
the most liberal one, the one who believed in the most freedoms was probably Thomas Jefferson.
The one that owned slaves?
Good one.
Yeah.
Can you define liberalism for me real quick? I'm sorry.
I'm just asking.
Yeah, I know.
That Thomas Jefferson.
Can you define liberalism?
Damn.
Okay.
I don't know if he can.
Oh, you're actually asking me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, define liberalism.
Without looking it up, I would say it's like accepting of other people and their behaviors and their way of life, and probably like things of that nature.
It's like the value for freedom, value for capitalism, value for democracy, those kind of things.
Yeah, free enterprise.
So, along the lines of what I just said.
Kind of, yeah.
Along the lines in that you named one of the aspects of like the multifaceted philosophy, yeah. But are you saying that like America isn't a liberal nation, that we're not like capitalist, democratized?
I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying that.
Okay, so the founders founded a liberal country, right?
No.
Okay.
All right.
I don't think that the liberals that you guys are today are the ones that founded this country.
That's not the claim that I made. That's not the claim that I made. I said the people who founded the country were liberals who valued freedom and valued capitalism and valued democracy, unlike that scum fuck who I had to kick because he was abusing the liberal systems to try and dissolve liberalism like you are, right? So I'm saying liberals founded this country. They value freedom of expression. You guys don't, right? So if you want to talk about
comparing me to him, you don't even know if I agreed with what he was saying or not.
You kept chiming in and agreeing with everything that he was saying. I've been here for a little bit, buddy. I've been here for a little bit. No, you're just lying, right? But if you want to say Christians ended slavery, liberals founded the modern world, okay? And you're trying to get rid of that. So I think only liberals should be able to vote. I think only liberals should be able to talk. And I think you guys should all fuck off and go to your own like little weird white nationalist country and all fall under.
Yes or no if I was backing you up, Enoch, or if I was just listening? Because I didn't say a damn word while he was talking.
Cash, what did you disagree with Enoch on?
What?
Can you give me any disagreement with Enoch?
Yeah, I don't agree that what he said about that women shouldn't vote or that you should have to earn it. I don't.
What? That's like the one thing I heard you back him up on.
Yeah, you're just gaslighting
that. I did not back him up on women not voting. What are you talking about?
Yeah, you did. You were like, no. Back in the day, people had to own land to vote.
That's not what I said. I didn't say.
Yeah, that is exactly what you said.
That's not what I said. No, I didn't.
Yeah. What'd you say?
That's not what I said.
What'd you say?
I didn't say anything.
Look, Antoine, as long as he says it.
Just said just listening.
Say that again, Noy.
It's as long as he's saying that he's against him, that's fine.
Okay, I guess. Yeah. That's true.
I mean, like, why would I? I'm not. Why would he was up here for not even 30 minutes? Why would I go back on my word for something that was not even 30 minutes ago?
That's a great point. Isn't it bad that like half of the Republicans that pull up on my life are against democracy?
It's really bad.
Like the state of the Republican Party today is
Oh, God, it's bad.
The founders of dude, John Locke was a deist.
You are literally not a liberal, dumbass. Like, I don't know why you don't get to take credit for liberalism when you're not a liberal.
Yeah, and like the founders of liberalism were deists. They moved away from Christianity.
Also, they despise the Catholics.
Yeah, actually. They were, so I know that Benjamin Franklin like was raised Presbyterian, and he was probably one of our most liberal founding fathers. He surely was the smartest, I think.
I'll be honest, I don't even care really much. I care about what they wrote in the Constitution and what is the rule of law.
Yeah.
You know what? One last try.
Okay.
Hey guys.
So you know why you vote for Trump?
So why did I vote for Trump?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't vote.
Why?
I don't believe in voting.
Yeah, because he just wants to larp around and wait for the revolution.
So, okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't like Trump. You know.
Then why did Charlie Kirk spend his life supporting Trump?
I love Kirk as a person, but like, I mean, yeah, no, I didn't like Trump. I didn't buy the Kool-Aid.
I mean, as a person, his career was supporting Trump.
Yeah.
Yo, host,
Bro, I mean,
why do you have so much? Host, why do you have so much hatred towards Kirk?
Because he was a bad person.
In what way?
He supported Trump, which is bad for America. So Kirk was a net negative for the country.
Sure, I guess, yeah.
So what he was doing is worse than cheating on your wife, correct?
Yes.
It's quite a bit worse.
That's crazy. That's crazy if you guys actually
I'm
believe
sure
that.
that Joseph Goebbels did not cheat on his wife, but he was still the propaganda minister for Hitler. So.
Well, also keep in mind, like, he's openly supporting somebody who supports the institution of cheating on your wife, right? Like, he was a Donald Trump supporter, right? And he knew that Donald Trump cheated on his wife, and he still supported him. Don't you think that's kind of crazy?
I mean, Kirk just believed Trump was better than what's her face, you know?
Yeah, because
you don't believe either of them are. You don't believe either of them are good. Why are you talking about them?
Well, I'm just defending Kirk, you know.
Why?
Because I loved him, man.
What about the man? Like, he was a bad person. His career, his legacy is him being a bad person.
No, but his legacy, all that was great. I mean, he was a good guy.
Okay, supporting a man who cheated on his wife is a good legacy.
Yeah, because he believed that was the right thing to do, and he thought that the country...
It was the right thing to do to cheat on his wife.
Well, no, like, obviously, like, the cheating on the wife thing is not good, right? But, like, who's supporting that?
I mean, people seem to defend Trump. Yeah. Like, you guys keep whining, the 34 felonies were all lawfare, when the 34 felonies was because he cheated on his wife.
Felonies, bro.
Thank you, Cash. Thank you so much. You just proved my point. You don't care that he cheated on his wife.
No, that's not what I just said.
You don't care about people cheating on their wife. You don't care.
I do.
The felonies were related to Trump cheating on his wife and trying to hide that fact.
No, I don't. What I don't care about is I don't think he should have gotten a felony for that.
Why?
I mean,
it was in the criminal code.
Because he falsifies business records.
Yeah, with a predicated crime related to paying off Stormy Daniels during the election.
Yeah, I mean, most Americans just don't care.
Yeah, because you don't know the law.
Yeah.
No, they just don't care that he paid an ex-corn star.
You don't care that he cheated on his wife?
No, I care. I just don't care about the felonies.
I guess what people are saying basically is that, like, if he's a felon or whatever, that doesn't necessarily reflect his policy, right?
I mean, he's doing criminal stuff as we speak.
Yeah, it totally reflects his policy. It shows that, like, his policy is going to have something to do with breaking the law.
Well, what's the worst thing?
The whole job of the president is to faithfully enforce the law. That's you're an executive. That's the whole point.
Yeah, like, what would you say is the worst thing that he's done?
The illegal deportations to Silicon or his attempt to steal the election.
I think his attempt to steal the election.
This guy, the host, just stays bringing up 2020.
Yeah. Until you guys take credit for it, until you guys take accountability for it, we're gonna.
Wait, hold on. I just want to know. Like, yesterday, they announced that Trump pardoned everyone that did crimes related to the 2020 election. Like yesterday, Trump is still talking about it. He signed pardons for lawyers that pleaded guilty for these crimes.
Why do you guys keep talking about it? Just because we keep doing stuff in relation to it.
I mean, with the insurrection thing, I think, not everybody went there to like do something wrong,
Okay,
well, that's not
why
even what we're
were they
talking
there?
about.
I just want to know, what was the point of being at the Capitol?
Well, I think people.
What was the
genuinely
point
thought
of
that-
them burning down the police building
That's
in
not why I
Minnesota?
asked. So,
This is not
can
what
you
we're
answer that
asking.
question?
I think a lot of people genuinely thought that the election was stolen. I know I did.
You know what? I agree. People
I
thought
believe
that their
you.
country was being stolen, so they fought to save their country. Trump lied to them. They got brainwashed by Trump.
That's the weird thing is like for them to believe that, it is kind of strange how much they didn't do as much as I thought they were going to do.
I mean, they
Also,
stopped.
wait,
I
hold
mean,
on.
wait.
By
The
the
point
way-
was to stop the certification of the election, and that's what happened.
All of this is a distraction, by the way. He pardoned John Eastman. Okay, he wasn't the one like running into the Capitol. He was the one trying to steal the election for Donald Trump with the fake electors. Right. So like, whatever you want to say about the rioters, you should have said when he pardoned all the rioters a little bit ago. But that's not what he's doing, right? He's now pardoning the people who tried to help him steal the election.
Yeah, I mean, probably, yeah, sure. I'm just talking about the people that were there.
I know no one else is though. We're talking about the people that he just pardoned that helped him try to steal the election.
Yeah,
that's
probably true. I think, man, I'm not sure. I think Trump genuinely thought also that maybe it was stolen.
Then why did he ask? Okay, so why was he asking the Department of Justice to make evidence up?
Oh yeah, I heard about this. Yeah, I haven't read into that.
So if he actually believed that the election was stolen,
Did
why
he
was he lying?
take it up, or did he
I
say,
think,
like,
okay,
fine?
guys, I mean, there's not even any point talking to this guy about this. He probably thinks it's good.
Oh, true. That's
What?
a good point.
Well,
Well,
no,
he doesn't
not
believe in
Trump. I
democracy,
mean, I wouldn't want him to be the king. No, that's probably not good.
But I mean, if it were the case that like a candidate that you liked lost an election and claimed that they had evidence that it was stolen, you'd be totally okay with them just overturning that election.
Yeah, if I thought it was stolen, sure, yeah.
Yeah, I
think
mean, that's
you guys should feel
ridiculous.
that way as well.
But you don't just think it's stolen. There's literally no evidence for it being stolen.
Well, when I was on TikTok during that election, I saw so much stuff, so I was believing it. I don't know if it's true or not,
Yeah,
but I
because
was
you're
believing
stupid.
it.
Yep, you
You
fell for
believed
it.
it because you're stupid and gullible, right? And that's it.
It's just it's just ad hominem stuff. I mean, just
No,
like,
it's not an
No,
ad
it's-
hominem.
it's
We
like
could
a
go
fact.
into any.
No,
There's
just
nothing to
relax
engage
for a
on.
second.
No. An ad hominem is when I dismiss your argument with an insult. You didn't make an argument. You said, "Oh, I saw some stuff. It might be true. It
You
also
don't know
might
what
not
I've
be
seen.
true. I don't know." That's not an argument.
no, you
I'm
just-
calling
you haven't
a dumb
seen what
fuck
I've
for acting
seen.
like a dumb fuck.
Yeah, but were you on TikTok during that election? Have you seen the stuff?
Yep, it's all bullshit.
Like I've seen
It's all
people,
lied.
I've
It's all
seen
lies.
people ripping. I've seen people ripping papers. I've seen papers all out on the
Ripping
ground. just, like,
papers?
voter ballots. Yeah, ballots. Like voter
Holy
ballots.
shit! Ripping. Let's throw the election out right now. People were ripping papers.
No,
Really? How
no,
did I
and
miss
I've seen,
that?
I've seen the numbers jumping on like the television. I mean, it's a whole bunch of
They're-
stuff.
Yeah,
Fucking
because
counting
you're a
votes?
fucking
Okay.
idiot. You're gullible. All right, we all know why that happened. You just didn't care to look at it, right? You
No,
just
we all
would rather
did.
think that the entire
Clearly, we-
system was rigged against you.
Clearly we all didn't know because like half of America was on board with Trump believing that the election was stolen.
Yeah, you guys were dumb.
Okay, I'm sorry.
for it.
Any one of us with rational thinking skills knows why it was bullshit. I'm so sorry. Not all the dumb fucks that actually voted in the person who tried to steal the
You have the
election
Destiny
through democratic.
accent, bro.
Huh?
I said you have the Destiny accent, bro.
Okay, you have the Down syndrome accent.
Do you watch a lot of him? Do you watch a
It's
lot
like
of
the
him?
fucking. You have the Nick Fuentes accent. I mean,
Nick Fuentes, come on, man.
Yeah, you sound like a
What?
twink.
yeah, you sound like
Black,
a.
gay
bro. I'm not a
boy.
groiper. I'm not a groiper, man.
You're like right there.
Not really. Nick Fuentes.
In fact, I think if Groypers were honest, you would share this. They would share the same ideals as you.
Yeah, but the groipers are
nothing
such a
wrong
small.
with
They're such a small group. I think they're Christian nationalists too, but they're just not as. They're not going to have as much motion as I will.
Ain't nothing wrong with being a groiper.
There's like a few things wrong. It's like
There's a
they
lot of
disagree
things.
with just core
I don't
American
like his
values.
racial beliefs. I think that's pretty cringe.
I think being a groiper and a leftist in today's society are the same thing.
They're just not. They just aren't.
They are.
So do leftists like want to take away rights from Americans or like specific
Yes.
groups of Americans? I mean, how so?
Yes. I mean, during 2020, I couldn't go on Twitter without saying something far right without being restricted
I couldn't
or.
say something far right without being restricted.
Yeah, I
I'm
mean,
sorry.
yeah.
I wanted to call you a slur.
No,
Yeah, I should be able to.
Okay.
you understand that that's a
Yeah.
TOS problem, right?
Leftism is when I can't,
Go to
and when
Twitter
there's
on
a
that. That's
TOS.
not a governmental problem.
Yeah.
What happened?
You understand that that's a Twitter problem, right? That's not a government problem.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure didn't Mark Zuckerberg testify that the government wanted him to not lock down, what's the word I'm looking for? Censorize or censor people that were on the right more than
In,
people on the left.
in that
Pretty sure he
testimony,
testified.
didn't Mark Zuckerberg also say the buck stops with us and that they weren't pressured to do any of it?
I think so, yes.
Okay.
They were just asked.
So
to do
it's a
something.
Facebook problem.
Yeah.
So it's
Let me
okay
ask
for the
you-
government. So it's okay for the government to ask to censor people.
It's okay for the government to make recommendations. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Donald
Okay.
Trump did the same thing with Twitter.
Yeah, every president does the same thing.
No.
I've never cried about.
Actually, isn't it like the opposite? You just cried about it.
Yeah, I've never cried about a president making a recommendation to a social media company. I care about the president actually compromising people's rights.
Gotcha.
Gotcha.
Type shit.
Type shit.
Yeah, I mean, you're saying that as if you agree. You don't really care.
I just think that you guys are just.
I don't know. Old America's done, man. I want a new America.
Yeah, the new America you want is despicable. It's disgusting.
It's also not coming.
But
Like
why,
people just don't believe what you believe, right?
They do. That's
People
the
align
thing.
more
They
with
do.
us than they align with you.
That's
But
not
like
true.
they
That's
do.
not
It's
true.
like it's in
If
the
they-
unconscious
Do you think
mind.
people want only
If they did
Christians
align
to
with
vote?
you, if they did align with you, why have we not repealed the 19th?
If they didn't align with us, then why did we win the popular vote? Why is
You
Trump
did. You
president?
didn't win the popular vote. Liberals are like MAGA are still ultimately
Okay.
liberals. Okay, most
Yeah,
Trump
at the end of the
voters
day.
are still ultimately liberals. They don't agree with you guys. You guys are fucking insane.
No, that's the thing.
And
It's
that's
in the
why we won.
unconscious mind. It's in the subconscious mind of
So
the
they
American.
agree with you, but they're just they don't say it, and there's no indication.
Well,
of
no,
it.
they-
It's just
they
that
agree,
in their
but
mind.
they
They
don't
all
have a-
secretly agree with me.
They don't have a vehicle to have it operate. you
Oh,
know?
okay.
That's what they need. That's
Secretly
true.
in their mind, their mind, they all agree with us.
It's the same thing as like the USSR. What do you think happened there? Like, was everybody on board with Lenin? No, they had to realize that they were on board with Lenin.
No, they were forced into being on board with Lenin. They
Well, no,
didn't
the
actually
Russian-
believe that.
Well, no, the Russian Civil War. He had a lot of people that were fighting for him.
He had a lot of people fighting against him.
Sure, yeah, that was the White Army, yeah. But I mean, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, you still like to get motion in your movement. It's stuff that people don't even realize that they agree with. People are done with the stuff the way that America's been now.
You have to understand that you're actually based, because right now nobody believes you because you're fucking insane. But soon they'll learn Stockholm syndrome. Soon they'll
Well,
believe.
I mean, what do you think is the motion with Nick Fuentes or Andrew Wilson and these guys? I mean, people like that sort of thing.
Nick Fuentes does not have a lot of motion. Andrew Wilson will never win an election in his
Yes,
life.
he does. Nick Fuentes has gotten a lot more views over
Wait,
the last year.
where's the Groyper representation in Congress?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, he needs to do a little bit more political work, if he was to do anything. But
I mean, how many years has he been doing
Is that
this?
a polite answer to say there's none, and that nobody even close to Nick
I mean-
Fuentes is ever going to get political election right now?
that's why we need a new party. Like, the Republicans or the Democrats.
You guys have tried this already. What do you think
hold
the
on.
Tea Party
So
was?
when you say the people agree with us, that's bullshit. The people don't agree with you right now, right?
I think they do, yeah.
Oh, okay. Even though there's no
But they-
indication of it, right?
I mean, there's
Trump's
Christians all
president,
throughout
but
the
more-
U.S. that are done with the all
Can
the
you
liberal
guys-
or the leftism that's been happening.
Can you guys
Christians
do me a
are-
favor and
there-
just
there are a lot
check
of
yourself
Christian
into the
liberals.
nearest schizophrenia ward, all right? Because like there's fake people in your mind that agree with you. They're not
Well,
in
you're
America.
just like saying stuff that's not based in anything. So like, give some facts.
So
like,
are you. Wait, hold on. All the people agree with me. They just don't know it yet.
He's the president.
no,
He's the
like they
president, obviously.
He doesn't believe what you believe.
you don't understand like the unconscious, the Jungian stuff. You don't understand that.
Yeah, all the people. Actually, I wait. Hold on. I'm getting a telepathic message from all. Just haven't said it yet. They haven't said it yet, but I can just tell that they think that.
Yeah, I mean, Well, you could believe that. I mean, that's what they probably thought about communism and all that other stuff until it happened, right? So, sure, just believe it.
What about communism the whole time?
Not really. No, the peasants. I mean, think about China. Like Mao just sort of went through all those villages and gathered people, right? So, like, that's the thing. You can believe, oh, he's schizophrenic all you want until it happens. And are you going to still be laughing? I mean,
so the problem is like with these nations that you're bringing up, these people didn't want. They were forced into believing that they didn't want to.
True. That's not true. Well, the other guy can maybe.
So you think the people wanted to fight on Mao's side?
Oh, well,
you think their families being slaughtered in front of them didn't like give them some kind of motivation?
No, in the Civil War, people joined Mao versus I think it was like Chiang Kai-shek or whatever his name was, the Nationalists. Right? Yeah, but like people wanted to fight with Mao or Lenin.
Mao doesn't believe what you believe.
After I agree, yeah.
Mao doesn't believe what you believe.
Of course, well, no, of course not.
Mao believes the opposite of what you believe.
Yeah, he's an atheist. Yeah, I don't like him, but I'm just saying, like.
So so we have evidence that people will follow the opposite of what you believe, but we don't have any evidence that they'll follow what you believe.
Well, what do you think all that Christian stuff? I mean, if you want to talk the Crusades or something? I mean, people believe Christianity, man. People believe in Christian nationalism.
The Crusades was not a political movement.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, Christians will fight for a new system if they have to.
Again, the Crusades was not a political movement.
Well, I mean, do you think it's not political to go take the
holy bait and switch? Do you think we were saying that Christians won't fight for a new movement? Do you think that's what we were saying? Or do you think we were saying that you're fucking insane and no one's ever going to agree with your philosophy because it's inconsistent and like
what do you think Charlie Kirk was? Wait, what do you think Charlie Kirk was?
You.
Why do you think he got? Well, no. Why do you think he had all that emotion? That was a whole bunch of Christians.
The idea of building a political movement with you.
Well, that was a whole bunch of Christians, right? Like that Charlie Kirk was gathering, right? You think that they're not ready for a new government?
You're not a monolith for what Christians believe in. We're talking about your system, big guy.
Do you think Christians don't want a country that's Christian?
They don't. I don't think Christians, the majority of American Christians, want a Christian nationalist state. No.
I think they do. And that's that's what I'm betting.
You're schizophrenic. That's just not true.
I think it's absolutely true.
Okay, how about this? Show us some evidence. Show us some evidence that most Americans. Show us some evidence that most American Christians want a Christian nationalist state.
That's the thing. You don't need most people, right?
Yeah, you do.
You said most Christians.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I would say most Christians, but I think a lot of Christians.
Okay, where's the evidence?
Okay, well, show us the evidence.
You don't think what? I mean, that's naturally in
the.
No,
we want the evidence. Christian. The next thing that should come out of your mouth is some kind of research, some kind of.
It should be axiomatic, I think.
That would demonstrate this.
Use a big word. It should be axiomatic.
It's not. It's not axiomatic.
It should be self-evident. I think.
What's the argument for it then?
This is a really good debate strategy, by the way. He says, "Hey guys, presuppose everything that I say is true." It's true.
But think about that, right? Do you think Muslims don't want a Muslim nation to live in?
Muslims do, and we can point to the Muslim countries that exist. Can you point to a Christian nationalist country or like a...
That's the thing. I think Christians are too nice, but they do want it. I mean, they do it all the time. They vote it. Do you think that's... When America was founded, all the states...
What's your evidence for this?
Sure. I'll give you one right now. When America was founded, all the states, like most states... were Christian and made you have to be Christian.
That's not even true.
Wait, hold on. Okay, why didn't they put a codification in to set a state religion then?
Well, in the Constitution?
Yeah.
Well, because, the Founding Fathers were being nice and stuff. They were secular.
Oh, they were just being nice. They actually really wanted this, but they just didn't want to put it in.
Well, no, I'm just saying that
and also, it's not... So the thing is, the way that we would get this put in place was via the states. The states would petition for a state religion. But they just didn't do that.
Most states, at the original founding of the U.S., most states made you have to be Christian essentially to vote.
In their state.
Yeah. That's my evidence. Why didn't states petition
for a federal Christian state?
I think they believed in this. They thought most Americans thought that America would stay Christian. Most Americans thought that the country would stay Christian.
So why didn't they want to establish that as the official religion?
Because the founding because they thought that it would be better because all the stuff that happened in the 30 Years' War. I mean, with the Catholics and the Protestants, they didn't want that happening again. So it's understandable. I mean, Christians.
What's your evidence for that?
That's true. You can actually search that. I mean,
go ahead, pull it up.
The separation of church and state that the founding fathers did was because of the 30 Years' War. It was one of the contributing factors because the Catholics and the
No,
Protestants.
I'm talking about the states. Why didn't the states
Do you think
petition?
there was a wait 1 second? Do you think there was a separation of church and state? Do you believe that?
I mean, it's what I've heard.
Okay. So if there was a separation of church and state, why? Why did they put that in if they wanted it to be a Christian nation?
Well, it's based in Christian morality, but they don't want the church and the state together because they're not Catholics. I mean, because the 30 Years' War, man.
Okay, so they're not Christian nationalists.
Well, no, the founding fathers weren't Christian nationalists. I mean, you see how their country is falling apart now.
So now my question goes back. What's your evidence that the majority of people want a Christian nationalist state? What's your evidence?
I was referring to the states. I think Christians naturally want to live in places.
Yeah, we're talking
Christian.
about a nation. We're talking about the national government. We're talking about the federal government. What's your evidence that people want a Christian nationalist state? Go ahead.
Because people that have beliefs want to live in a country or a state with those beliefs.
Do you think that they want them mandated?
Like forced Christian? No, not forced Christianity, but that the moral fabric of the country would stay Christian. Christians absolutely.
So they just want to live in a country where the majority of people are Christian?
They would love that, yes. Most Christians.
Boy, do I have some good news for you. We already live in that country, dumb fuck. Holy shit!
Yeah, but
we live in a Christian national
not
country?
in the laws. Yeah, that's the thing. It has to be in the laws, right?
Yeah, that's a mandate, dumbass.
Sure, I thought you were saying that you wanted me to mandate that people would have to be Christian, like some sort of.
What do you mean it has to be in the laws then?
Okay, Enoch. Well, then I have a question, Enoch. Do you think we should have a law where, let's say, we have, I don't know, gay people stoned?
Man, that's horrendous, man. Nobody wants that, bro. What the fuck?
Damn. I mean, it's crazy that you want that, right? Because you want a Christian state with Christian laws.
Christians don't do that.
Yes, they do. They believe that.
Jews believe that. Christians don't believe that.
Do Christians believe in the Bible?
Yes, but wait.
Do Christians think we should follow the Bible?
Wait, do Christians believe in forgiveness? Do Christians believe in forgiveness?
Do Christians think we should follow the Bible?
Do Christians believe in forgiveness of sins?
Yeah.
Yeah, so when I forgot is it Mary Magdalene? I'm not 100% sure. The woman that Jesus prevents from being stoned, right, for being adulterous or whatever.
That's holy shit. You don't know your own
think that's Mary?
Well, yeah,
Okay.
that's it's the
maybe
details.
go learn your fucking religion before you try and impose it on anybody else.
Details don't matter. Look, that's
Jesus
what you guys do.
Christ.
The details don't matter. The story
details
matters,
of your religion you're trying to make the country centered around don't matter? You think
Sure,
you're trying to mandate a religion? Wait, can you tell me who Mary was?
He's talking. Okay, look, there are two Marys. There's Mary Magdalene, and then there's Mary, the father, the mother of
Mary
Jesus.
Magdalene. Wasn't she also like a prostitute or something?
No, neither of them were prostitutes.
What was Mary? No, Mary Magdalene did something, or am I tripping here?
No, Mary Magdalene is the mother of one of Jesus' disciples, I believe.
Okay, yeah, but the woman that he basically prevented from being stoned.
Okay.
That's the thing. The details.
So, it's also the case that he says, and again, Matthew chapter 5, verse 17, that the laws are here to stay. They're not going anywhere, and you should follow them.
Yeah, but why did he prevent that woman from being stoned?
Because he doesn't like the Pharisees. He thinks the Pharisees were following the laws too harshly.
Exactly. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So we wouldn't.
Again. You want this? You want the same thing the Pharisees wanted. You want a state, right? A state that follows the laws to a T.
No, not follows the. I mean, well, it depends. I think that the moral fabric of the
depends on which one I want enforced.
Yeah, which kind of Christian laws would you want enforced?
Oh well, I think it's just about Christian morality. I think Christians would have to.
It's just the ones that repealed the 19th Amendment.
Well, yeah, I think it's about Christians deciding.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I think it's about Christians.
Yeah.
All right, okay. I got to go change my tires. So
okay, I love you, guys. Bye bye.
I'm ending the live. So
okay.
Bye.